Make sure y'all like and follow as soon as y'all come into the building if you're on TikTok, guys. Welcome in, everybody. We're getting prepared for the weekly podcast this week. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and of course TikTok. We coming to y'all right after for the after party too. So we are in the building. Hope everybody can hear us. Might be a little bit of an echo, guys, but we gonna rock with it. Okay. All right. Got Rhonda on. Got Mauricio on. We over here on TikTok. Y'all make sure y'all like and follow, man. Let's share this thing. Let's get this thing up. It's already rocking in as a popular live. So let's keep it up, man. We coming over to TikTok for the after party. Welcome in, everybody. Tonight's topic is what should a man pay on the first date? Y'all don't want to miss this rule I got. What should a man pay on the first date? We are getting into this thing. I'm being told I got a bad echo. I'm being told I got a real bad echo. Okay. We're about to do this thing anyway. All right, guys, we're live. I can't fix this echo, so I apologize to y'all. If y'all getting the echo, go to YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. All right, Rhonda, you ready?
Yes.
Mauricio, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get into this thing, guys. Let's get into this thing. What should a man pay on the first date? Grab your stick, grab your drink. Let's get into this thing right now.
Pop it, smoke it, drink it down. With your boys, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
All right, guys, welcome in. Do y'all ever notice how dating today feels like a transaction more than a connection? Everybody's keeping score. Who paid? Who texted first? Who's more high value? But here's the truth, guys. The moment money becomes the main topic, the relationship loses direction. What if I told you there's a simpler, clear rule that can help every man know exactly how much to spend on the first date without overextending or sending the wrong message? Today, we're breaking down the 5% rule, why men should never spend more than 5% of their weekly income on the first date, and how this one principle can save you from wasted time, mixed signals, and modern dating confusion. Before we dive in, y'all tap that like button if you believe in dating with purpose, not pressure. And don't forget to subscribe. This channel is about calm, confident, emotionally intelligent conversations that help you grow. Y'all make sure, man, check out my new book, Ashes Between Us. If you want to know what's going down in the cigar lounge, I put my heart and soul into that thing. We gonna get into that. It's on the Amazon Kindle. Make sure you guys pick up a copy. And of course, I've set the tone on what this is gonna be about. I got to bring in my panel. My dog is back from stateside. He back stateside. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Tell y'all where y'all can find him on the socials, what he's sipping on tonight.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mauricio. Just came back from Colombia. I'm right here in Miami. I'm kind of like last minute kind of podcast appearance. I just bought a Crown Royal peach before I left, so I'm gonna be sipping on this tonight. And you can find me on Mauricio at the AI operator, and then probably some AI you see on the
Okay, appreciate you being on. Appreciate y'all being on. Y'all know I got my A1 from day one. Gotta bring her on. Let her introduce herself. Tell y'all what she's sipping on and where y'all can find her on the socials.
Thanks, JB, for having me back. What's going on, Mauricio? Welcome back to the States. Tonight I'm sipping on Another flavor of Bailey's, my mint vanilla shake. 'Tis the season, so get that pumpkin spice stuff out of the way. Yeah.
Where can they find you at?
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's my actual drink. I filled it all the way up tonight. You can find me on Instagram at RMBLMBT and whatever's on y'all TikTok over there.
All right, y'all make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, man. Like and share the live if y'all can hear us, okay? I know we might have a little bit of an echo, but we're going to power through this thing. We're going to power through this thing, guys. Look, we're about to jump into this thing right now. Rhonda, we're coming to you first as the lady on the panel. Y'all know we still on the Man is the Catch. The Man is the Catch series. So I got to come to Rhonda first. When you got the topic tonight, tell me, well, you didn't get it tonight. When you got the topic the other day, what was the first thing that came to your mind? I know you're hearing the 5% rule for the first time, but tell me what you thought when it came to mind for you.
Yeah, this is the first time you're hearing the 5% part. To be honest, I guess price would matter, or how much money you spend would matter to some people. I mean, as a woman, I'm like, can we just have a good ass date?
Okay.
Can we just have a good ass time? Yeah, I don't know what the price would be since I'm not a man, but I would hope that it would be something entertaining, something engaging, and something that you already ready to go for the second date. To me, that's priceless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know, but I know some people do need an actual dollar amount. But no, you got to know who you're taking out and adjust accordingly.
Okay. Okay. That's a good point, Mauricio. When you got the topic, what's the first thing that came to you?
Same thing along the lines of what Rhonda's saying. I mean, I couldn't really set like a designated budget in terms of, because everyone's at a different place in their life. So for some people, when we talk about the high value man could be, it's not really judged based on income, experience and knowledge and stuff. So I think it just really depends on the person and what you can actually bring to the table. You know, some people here say you go to the meat market for $500 an account, and they can't afford it. So, and I think $50 for the date is the one that actually gets to the next level, second base. So it's different for everyone.
Yeah. Appreciate that perspective, guys. I got to tell y'all, man, the reason I put this together, because this podcast is about real people having real conversations. And we over here, guys, to give y'all some specifics, some guidelines that you can do. Because, man, I'm hearing all this stuff online. And I said, let's put some parameters on what a guy should spend. Now, some of y'all may get in and be like, nah, he got to bank. He got to break the bank to impress me. He got to take me here. He got to take me there. But guys, gas is up. Food is up. You got to put some parameters around this thing. And that's why I wanted to get into this. Let's kind of frame this thing right now, right? Let's frame this. The problem with modern dating culture, right? We're living in an era where dating is confused. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm smoking my E.H. Taylor Corojo. Sorry. I'm smoking my E.H. Taylor Corojo. And of course, I guess I forgot. Boy, they bought it back, put it in a new bottle. Got my El Jimador again. Got that. And of course, to spice it up a little bit, I got my illegal mezcal to give me a little smokier taste. A little club soda, splash of grapefruit. So we getting it in a little bit tonight. So, guys, we're living in an era where dating is confused with content. Half the people out here recording the date for TikTok, and the other half are doing it for a free meal. Let's be honest, guys. Gen Z turned dinner dates into a survival strategy. And that's exactly why men have to set clear expectations before the date ever happens. If you don't talk about what you both expect, and that's what Rhonda just brought up, why can't it just be a date, right? Why can't we have a vibe? Why can't we have a conversation, right? The money, the vibe, the purpose, you're already setting up yourself for disappointment now. Y'all drop a comment if you ever felt like a date was more about performance than connection, right? I want to know if you've experienced that shift too. Now, guys, do y'all know there was just an article written on the USA Today 2 or 3 years ago where Gen Z said the only reason I go out on a date is because I'm broke and I need somebody to pay for the meal. That was on USA Today. It was on Newsweek. And I said, man, we got to talk about this thing. But then I realized nobody gave you a guideline on how and what to spend. Now y'all got to understand why I'm dropping the 5% rule. Never spend more than 5% of your weekly take-home pay on a first date. That's right. If you make $1,000 a week, your date budget for the first date should not exceed $50. If you make $2,000, keep it under $100. That's not being cheap. That's being intentional. You're testing the interest from the woman, not flexing your wallet. Because here's the truth, that she only shows up for the experience and not the connection. You just paid to get played, right? Now, ladies watching this, it goes both ways. If a man's budget offends you, ask yourself if you were attracted to him or the lifestyle he provides. Now, Rhonda, jump in there after you hear me say that.
I think in this day and age, most women are looking at what that man can provide, and that first date does make a difference. Because I mean, she gonna get around her girls, and they gonna be like, "All right, what y'all do? What he spend?" You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think if you know you have a lower budget, then you got to go with the experience of a thing instead of the price of
Hold
a
on,
thing.
Rhonda, repeat what you said. If you on a lower budget, you got to do what?
Go with the experience of a thing instead of the price of a thing.
Mauricio just said that too, right?
Yeah. So I think if you gon' look, most women know how to find a deal or a sale on something.
Yes.
So you could find a way to get something fairly decent. But again, have you guys talked enough to where they know what somebody, not necessarily what they make, but they at least could tell by their profession a ballpark range of what they, you know what I'm saying, like what they may make. So I think if you know for a fact that if you can't go to Eddie V's or Capitol Grill, ain't nothing wrong with Longhorn or Texas Roadhouse.
Hey, that's true now. I love me some Longhorn Texas Roadhouse. I need to give me a pork chop at both places too.
Yeah. But all I'm saying though is if y'all decide to go to a movie, then make sure it's one that serves dinner there. I mean, that's a cool experience, especially if somebody hasn't done it. Still could be over your little bit, over your $50. That's what you make it a week. But again, it's an experience. Or you go to the movie, don't eat, and then just go somewhere afterwards. I mean, you got to figure something out.
I want Mauricio to jump in here. Mauricio, $1,000 a week, and you got to dedicate $50. What do you think about that? What do you think about that rule? And if you had to, let's just say for sake of argument, you made $1,000 a week and $50,000 was your budget. First of all, tell me what you think of the rule. Second of all, if you had to be limited to $50 on a first date, what would you do for these ladies out here who want to know if they suited for Mauricio?
Well, it's a very good tester because a lot of women out here, like me, I'm a guy, I'm a human. But I have this big stamp on my head that says walking ATM. That's how most women see me. Walking ATM. So $50 a week for the first day. I don't know. That's a great question. I would probably, it has to be something. All right, I'll tell you something. I'll reveal it here. So it has to be something where you can go from place to place. Whether that's like a strip restaurant, it doesn't even matter if you eat there, but just because you're introducing new experiences, makes it simpler for like a date, like your date.
Yeah.
So in Tampa, anyone who wants to Tampa, I might think of arbitrary or Riverwalk. Walking along that, conversations, just you and her, seeing the different places, and really letting her trying to see how she arrives. It's like you're the interviewer. A lot of guys have a I'm gonna spend $300 to be in a restaurant, and the woman is getting validation. There's no thing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Very cool. 5%.
Rhonda, I need you to hop in there. If a dude had $50, you know he made $1,000 a week. You confirmed it. He sent you his pay stub. You know he make $1,000 a week. Take home pay now, guys. Okay. I ain't talking about gross. I'm talking about you make $1,000 take home, right? Rhonda, he got $50, right? He got $50. where you expecting him to take you for $50 and what you expecting the experience to be.
Again, I don't think I was expecting him to take me anywhere with $50 in this day and age. I think he'll need to wait a couple of more weeks, save that $50,
Oh wow.
save the following week.
Hell no.
You know, but again, it because where do you go? You can't even go to the grocery store for $50 now. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do out? What we gonna? I'm talking if we're going to eat.
Rhonda bringing the heat tonight.
You know,
Rhonda said, save your $50 up for 3 or 4 more weeks and then call me.
So here in the great state of Florida, because I know you're not from Florida, but an example of that is I could take you to the beach, get a 12-pack of whatever, a little picnic, and it would be good. Stroll on the beach, roll on the beach bars. We don't even need to even be inside, but sometimes that's just an experience in itself, and that's less than $50. I can go 12-pack of something, $18. A little charcuterie, make it look very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the effort. We just talk about effort. So
yeah,
I will say on the stream, I will take a bill out for $50, and we'll see if we can do it or not. I'll hog the whole day.
Guys, it's funny. It's funny Mauricio said that because I'm gonna tell you like this: if I was limited to $50, we going to get a coffee and we walking. We walking somewhere. We sitting in the park. We vibing. I got questions I'm gonna ask you. The only thing you can do with $50, Rhonda said it. Now I know it may have come across as a little harsh for some of y'all, but what she's saying
is than how y'all talk.
But what she basically saying, guys, is this: if you got $50, right, you better be I did a video on my subscription page. Creativity comes out of lack. Why do y'all think when a rapper start making money, he got to hire a ghostwriter? Right? Because once you lose lack, and once you come into a place of comfort or a place of prosperity, you lose your creativity. Now, y'all can get in here and tell me if y'all agree with that or disagree with that. But the reason I say the 5% rule is if you lead with money, you're going to lose with money. But you ain't going to ever lose if you keep being creative. Every business has to come in every day to figure out how to be creative, to stay relevant. Creativity is what keeps a relationship relevant, not the money. Because money without creativity is just boredom. Now, I like what Mauricio said about the beach. Rhonda.
Yeah.
Charcuterie on the beach. You know he got $50. What conversation? And are you signing up for that?
I think if I say no, then I'm a whole. But then if I say yes, it's like, well, dang, man, put a little more effort in. You know what I'm saying? But and what's on this charcuterie? We ain't gonna have no cheese up there. You're gonna have to get meat or cheese. You know, so but no, I think like if that's your budget though, yes, that's very doable. Yeah, you know, Charlotte got parks and little lakes and stuff. You know, we don't have access like y'all down there in Florida to beaches everywhere, but it is doable. I ain't gonna act like it's not doable, but it is doable.
Yeah. Now here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal, ladies. Here's the deal. On the flip side, if this man making $20,000 a week, then
we could do that.
He got $1,000 to spend on you on the first date. Now, Rhonda, I gotta flip it. I got $1,000 to spend on the first date. Now, some of y'all might be watching this, and $1,000 is an insult. You make way more than $20,000 a week. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, this man is going from $50 to $1,000 to spend on you on the first date, right? What are you expecting, Rhonda, if he got $1,000 budget on the first date? Then, Mauricio, I'm coming to you because, God, we're sticking to this 5% rule. He got $1,000. You know he got $1,000. What you expect?
I mean, I would definitely expect something on the inside, preferably. Okay. You know, but hey, he could do a hot air balloon ride or something like that. I don't know. I just think if you talks about what type of dates you like and he's paid attention, I don't think you have to spend $1,000 on a date either. Save that for the engagement or whatever.
No. Now,
If
here's
it
the
gets
deal.
that
Now,
far.
Rhonda, hold on. I agree with you, but we talking hypothetically. He got $1,000 budget, and y'all going on a date, and you know he got $1,000 to spend. What do you do differently on that $1,000 date?
Well, we could probably go to some really nice restaurants.
Can we drink
You
it?
know.
We having some cocktails, a bottle of wine. We getting
Yeah, of
appetizers.
course.
What we
Yes. Of course. No, you do all of the above. I don't care if it's 10 courses. You're doing all of the above. Because I would have already told him how much I like to eat and what I like to eat. So I would hope that it's along those lines.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know. Because I would want something where we could actually have a conversation about stuff, you know. But if this is just supposed to be a fun date, then yeah, he should fill it up with whether that's a NBA game, NFL game, like you can do stuff like that.
Okay.
To knock that $1,000 down. if we must spend it. You know, just don't get me no doggone flowers. Anybody got time for that?
She said no flowers. Rhonda said no flowers. Now, y'all know this the Man is a Catch series. I'm gonna let Mauricio come in, and I'm gonna come in with what I think they should do with $1,000. Go ahead, Mauricio. If they got $1,000 budget, what you doing for the female? If she qualify, Mauricio, she got to qualify. So you qualified and you've asked the questions.
He got to
from
qualify.
the previous podcast, Ron. From the previous podcast, the top 5 questions you must ask. So she's qualified. She's qualified. So Mauricio, $1,000 budget. What you doing with it?
Well, for me, I don't know. I might be biased from my own personal experience, but I just like to bring the woman into the things that I already do.
Yeah.
So if I frequent a restaurant, if I like to go to the golf range or Top Golf or something, I might bring her with me. $1,000, I mean, for me, money is not really an object. Whatever I like to do, that's the experience I'm going to get. And now, when we brought up the $50, that's where my creativity had to come in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But for $1,000, let's go explore the world, baby. I got you.
Hey, look. Now, see, that's what I want you guys to see. If you're dating a guy that's making $20,000 a week, Mauricio just said something. All right, man, just come with me what I'm already doing. Because at the end of the day, if I'm making $1,000, if I'm getting $20,000 a week, and if we going on a first date, I'm flying in a higher altitude than most people. Now I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if I had $1,000 a week to spend on the woman, now obviously it's been a long time since I had a first date, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I would do in this season in time right now. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going to pick out the outfit I want her to wear and have it sent to her. That's first thing. Because at the end of the day, if I'm spending that kind of money, I got to make sure she's looking the way I want her to look. She don't get to choose. I'm sending her the outfit that I want her to come into. And guess what? We still going to get coffee with what's left. We still going to get coffee and sitting down and chilling with what's left. Because I'm not going to take you to Eddie V's or Capitol Grill or anything like that. This is the first date. You ain't ready for that yet.
How come? We ready.
Look, let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all something.
We ready.
A lot of the women, y'all don't get on the me. If y'all in TikTok, go ahead and like this live as soon as you come in and follow us. I'm gonna say this to you guys. You ain't ready for that yet. Right? Just because you went to one of these places with your girls, you ain't ready for this place when it comes to it's just a one-on-one conversation. And I need to know how many times you done go. Right? Because we need, if I'm going with you to Eddie V's, you better be comfortable in there. If I'm going with you to Ruth's Chris or Capitol Grill, any one of those places, we got to be comfortable in there because I don't want everybody looking like I don't want everybody to be able to tell we on the first date. I don't want us to be sticking out like a sore thumb, looking nervous. The beauty of those places when you walk in there and don't nobody know you on the first date. Y'all look that comfortable. So I take a person to the steakhouse like that if I know you already a regular in there. But if you ain't a regular in there, no, I'm gonna send you a nice little outfit, and we still going to the coffee shop, and we still gonna go and sit down and talk. That's what.
And what's gonna happen with the rest of that money?
I'm hiring a photographer to capture the moments, and based on the photos, we'll determine if I call you back for a second date. Ron, look, that's it. I'm gonna have you on
Look,
something where
I'm just trying to
we
keep the
taking
contents
photos.
in my
I know I'm
stomach.
gonna be tight.
In my
Say what,
stomach.
Ron?
I'm just trying to keep the contents in my stomach. In my stomach.
What's wrong? Well, you don't want to. What do you not like about that, Ron? Tell me what you don't like about that
But-
date.
Because it's almost like the woman don't need to have a brain in her head. Just need her to just show up. Please insert woman here.
Yes. Ron, look, y'all, ladies, I want y'all to hear what Rhonda just said. The higher that man makes, unfortunately, ladies, that's what it is. That's what it is. And it's not a bad thing. It's just the higher that man makes, you gonna be fitting into a puzzle. You don't get to be flying free. Jump it up, Fabricio. Let me know what you think about that.
A woman is not entitled to your pockets. So most women don't know what I make or what someone else makes. So it's all just a testing game. You got to test the brain. She has to pass her interviews, and if she passes the interviews, she gets new experiences, and that's just the way the game is.
Yeah, this is. Here's what I'm going to ask you guys. Right, here's what I'm going to do right now for y'all. I'm pulling up my chat GPT right now.
Oh Lord!
Please give me a date idea if I have $1,000 to spend. And we doing this live, guys. I got my chat GPT right now.
And don't forget to put with the woman with no brain.
With a woman with what?
Add that in there. With no brain. In more ways than one.
When you heard 20,000 a week.
Okay, now here's the deal. Let's see what chat says, guys. I got y'all. I want y'all to know I'm on chat. Just so y'all can see I'm on chat. Here we go, guys. Oh, wow. They came in with $950. And I want all y'all to see this now. They came in with $950. They said, nice. If you have $1,000 budget for a first date, it's key to make it memorable, emotionally connected, and tastefully elevated, not flashy or transaction, right? Since this ties into the 5% rule theme, let's make this purpose-driven that shows class without screaming money. Now, that's what it say now. That ain't me talking this chat.
I don't know.
Here's a perfect $1,000 first date plan that balances romance, exclusivity, and conversation. The private tasting experience. Here's a setting: upscale winery, rooftop restaurant, or chef's table in your city. Chauffeur pickup, $150 to $200. So you got to send her Uber Black. That's what it said. It says start with a private car service, Mercedes or Escalade level, not a limo. This eliminates parking stress, sets the tone for safety and comfort, and shows intention. Now, here's the funny thing, Ron. This is what it says. You're going to like this, Ron. This thing say bonus. Play some mellow R&B in the car. Helps create calm energy for your date. Play some R&B, Ron. That's what it said. Now it says go to a private wine or whiskey tasting at a boutique winery or distillery. Okay? Now, this is what y'all going to find funny because Fabricio said this. This will include charcuterie boards, pairings, and a sommelier experience. That's what it said, right? You get time to laugh, talk, and connect without the interview energy of a restaurant. This is what I'm telling y'all. Remember I said I would take you to the restaurant, right? Now, remember, we've already asked the 5 questions, so she qualifies. So now we're actually on the date. Number 3, okay? After the tasting, transition to a reservation at a chef's table where you are watching the chef prepare your meal. Notice it didn't say hibachi, guys, and the dude throwing shrimp in the mouth. Don't have her do that, right? This is an elevated level, right? It says keep the meal simple. 3-course dinner, appetizer, entree, dessert, bottle of wine if she drinks. If not, you're not trying to impress. You're setting a memory. And then here's the deal, guys. Nightcap walk. And with a short walk around the downtown area or waterfront. Stop for coffee or gelato. And for all y'all who don't know the difference between gelato and ice cream, you'll know it when you taste it. Stop for coffee or gelato to extend the conversation in a relaxed way. This date shows you're thoughtful, strategic, and not just rich. Do y'all hear that? If you're going out with a man who's got $1,000 budget, he's rich. You spent the money on experience, comfort, and connection, not clout. It's about it positions you as emotionally mature and a man who values peace and planning. Rhonda, is that a date you would go on? And then Mauricio, I want to come to you. Because you were right on the charcuterie. I was right on the coffee and the walking. Go ahead, Rhonda. Let me know what you think.
But no, that was very good according to AI. That was very good. Yeah. Minus the
Would you
charcuterie.
be mad at
I'm
that,
just
Rhonda?
playing.
Thanks for the follow, man. I
No,
appreciate you.
no,
What do you think, Rhonda?
mm-mm. No, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Okay.
You know, it's just, yeah. If that's the tone you're gonna set, that's all right.
Are you okay with are you okay with the Uber Black showing up to pick you up, Rhonda?
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I said. I ain't had no problems with what AI said. I think it's just how
You got a
y'all
problem
say
with
it.
me and Mauricio saying.
How y'all say it. Yes, yes.
All right. Mauricio, jump in and let me know what you think about that date experience from chat.
It's right on the money. You know, if you're chilling at the cigar lounge, they say you want on a date, send an Uber for the girl. Same exact thing that we said. Just we had my charcuterie board and your coffee and gelato. Same exact scenario. See how things go. It's all coming together now for me. But charcuterie boards are a bit of my thing. Whether I
Yeah.
had $1,000, whether I had $50, it's how I stand out with the woman. So add it
Okay.
to your bag of tricks for the men
Okay.
out there.
Okay. Hey, now look, guys, y'all know I had to do it. I got my chat right here. Y'all probably can't see it, but I got my chat right here. I said, thank you, chat. Now let me know if I got $50. All right, Rhonda, here we go.
Home.
Since she says she don't mind AI saying it. Here we go, guys. Now, here's what chat said. Perfect. Now we're in the real world sweet spot of the 5% rule. Guys, did y'all hear what chat just said? This is real world sweet spot. Now, Rhonda, this is good. If you got $50, this isn't a limitation. It's an opportunity to show emotional intelligence, creativity, and confidence without relying on money, right? The $50 date that feels like 500. That's what chat said. It said create connection, not competition. Total estimated cost is $47. Okay. Coffee and conversation at a local coffee shop, not a national chain. That's what it said. It said skip the chain cafes. Find a locally owned coffee house or a small cafe with a cozy vibe, books on a bookshelf, and a patio. Right? Now, here's what it said. Order a seasonal latte and a fresh pastry. Ask the barista for a recommendation. It shows curiosity and helps spark the conversation right away. Right? Now, this goes back to something Mauricio said on an earlier podcast. Utopia question. What's the most random thing you would want to do on a date? That's the question you're going to lead with. Right? Now, the next thing you're going to do is walk and talk for a moment. Okay? Waterfront, art district, or through a park. This keeps the energy grounded and creates space for natural conversation flow. Bring small talk into real topics. What's something you're working on this year that you're proud of, right? This moment replaces the expensive experience with authentic energy, and this is why you got to get this part right. Notice, guys, these questions are happening along the walk, not at the coffee shop. They save the utopia and future-facing questions for the walk, not at the coffee shop. Now, here's the deal. We're going to stop at an ice cream or smoothie shop. It's casual, but now notice, guys, when you got $50, you don't get gelato.
You barely getting ice cream.
You getting vanilla or
The
chocolate.
good kind.
That's what you
That's sad. No
look,
cookies and cream.
and ain't nothing wrong with that,
No.
guys. All right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. They said it's casual but intentional. You didn't just grab coffee and leave, order a shared dessert or smoothie and walk a bit more. Okay? A shared moment around food creates comfort and light laughter. End the date by gifting a small intentional item like a single flower that Rhonda doesn't want, a book recommendation, or a handwritten note on the napkin that says, I really enjoyed the time with you. Right?
Damn.
It costs little, but it lands big emotionally. It says, I notice attention. I don't pay dollars, I pay attention. Right? It says you spent less than $50, but what you actually spent was intention, energy, and presence. Women remember how you make them feel, not what you ordered off of the menu. And that's what's making your date stand out. It's emotionally generous, not financial recklessness. Man, y'all got to get Rhonda. What do you think about that $50 date, or does he still gotta save it up for a couple
Again,
more
when
weeks?
AI says it, I'm all right with it. When AI says it, I'm all right with it.
When y'all see her throw the hands up,
Man.
hey, Rhonda, look. So if
I'm
AI
just messing with
said, me
y'all,
and
but I'm just
Mauricio just
saying.
saying it wrong, right?
I don't know what y'all saying, but at least y'all women understand what y'all saying. That's all
Right.
that matters. At
That's
this
all that
point.
matters, right? See,
That's all that
Mauricio,
matters.
jump
Yeah.
in there. Let me know what you think about the $50 date.
They're taking my tricks. That's one of my favorite tricks. Pick a flower off the garden. Thank you for being my tour guide. Takes it right in her hair. Takes pictures.
Whole
It's
BB in there.
cool. So I'm kind of curious now. I'm gonna have to start asking AI too about some more ideas so I can expand my arsenal. But I
Yeah.
think
Hey,
that's
look, guys, we are dealing with the AI operator. We are dealing with the AI operator. That's why I pulled up chat. Guys, look, a lot of people don't put stress into it. Tell chat how much money you have. Tell chat about the woman you're taking out. Let them lay out a date for you. Guys, I just did that live as we doing it. We got the AI operator out here. I'm gonna give him a little time to plug himself one more time. Mauricio, do they need the AI love doctor coach? Let me know.
they do. They absolutely do. A lot of women are telling me that men can't make a decision for the both of them. That men don't know how to speak to them. Let it train you. Let it see what you kind of have in mind, and let it refine you a little bit
Yeah.
too. Because as much as the AI can help you do that, you also need that little bit of push in refining certain techniques for retaining that woman. So I think it's definitely something that everyone should check into, and I make funny videos about it. So come subscribe to my page.
Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Mauricio the AI operator. Man, y'all better learn how to use these tools because, Ron, I'm gonna say this, Ron. Let me tell you why I like how you talking. Let me tell you why I like how my sister talking right now. Fellas, there ain't no reason for you to mess it up right now. AI is out here so you don't mess it up. But the more you tell AI, okay, she achieved this step, we're about to go on our first date. I got this amount of money because I'm following the 5% rule. Lay it out for me. Here's what you need to know about her. What would you like me to do? How can I make sure I don't miss on this first date? Right? Because again, guys, what did Dale Carnegie say? The one thing everybody like to hear is their own name. So make sure chat knows her name. Make sure chat knows the backstory she's giving you. The more you give it, the more details it can give you guys. And that's what I'm saying, Ron. Whether it's $50 or $1,000. And why did I do $1,000 first? Because a lot of people don't realize the $50 date is easy. The $1,000 is where the disappointment kicks in. That's why I want to transition to this. Spending more creates false expectations. The more you spend, the more unspoken expectations come with it. And if those expectations aren't clearly discussed, you're building a false connection from day one. When you spend big on a stranger, it communicates value that hasn't been earned yet. And when that connection doesn't go anywhere, you're left frustrated and questioning your worth. That's why the 5% rule works on the first date. Now, guys, this is a first date rule. Second date, third date, y'all do whatever you want to do because you build a rapport, all that kind of stuff. But it keeps both people honest. On that first date, if you get beyond 5% of your income, expectations come in that we can't talk about on this podcast. We can talk about it on the after party. But if you get beyond 5%, there's going to be expectations. Now, Ron, I know before you said you respect men who lead with clarity, and that's what this rule represents. Do you think, Rhonda, now that you've heard this 5% rule, does that help a man clarity? Or does it really just kind of keep it neutral? What would you say about clarity if all of a sudden a man has a guideline that he's staying within?
I think guidelines are great when you're trying to get to know someone better. This is your first time going out and things like that. Like you said, once you get past the first one, then you change up, like change whatever you need to change to adjust to whatever. Maybe that woman can let you know what she didn't like or what she actually loved.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe coffee after every meal that y'all have or every date that y'all have. That's a new tradition y'all create.
Stop right there. Y'all know the nicer places y'all go to. They always come up to the table after you finish your entree and they ask you, do you want coffee? Right? Always order coffee, guys, if you on a date at the end. That's a sign that more communication is needed. Now, Mauricio, talk about how this changes the tone of dating for men who feel pressured to overspend. Because I think there's a lot of guys out there who feel like, man, I want to ask her out for a date, but I know where she's gonna want to go and I can't afford that. Talk about how this changes the tone if a man is staying within 5%.
Well, I definitely think it's more of a mindset kind of thing. For a lot of people, the issue is the mindset. They don't know how to properly qualify. They've been taught that you have to sacrifice for love and connection. So for me, it's difficult because I feel like I'm in the middle of wanting to give and also being free flowing. To me, in terms of attracting women, I want to be attracted to people that my pocket. I had to know who I am, what I'm bringing to the table. I think that's what a lot of men failing at, and then when they overcome that, then add in that perception where it's like this it is. You can either rock with me or you can go see another guy.
Yeah, right. Now, I want y'all to hear what Mauricio just said because he's making a good point, right? He's at that stage where he can make that comment now. Because once you start putting some parameters around approaching the person you trying to date, it's going to give you confidence. And let me tell y'all the rule. If a woman has access to resources, a broke man going to take her. If a woman don't have access to resources, a rich man going to take her. See, anybody can be Mr. Steal Your Girl. Right? Anybody can be. Let me tell you, guys, this is the whole perspective. If the resources are there, it's lacking excitement and toxicity. If the resources ain't there, the toxicity and excitement is overflowing. If you ever want to see two broke people hanging out, every night is like this their last. Say what, Ron?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something. Sorry. So that's what I want you guys to see, right?
I'm still
Y'all get down in the
processing.
comments, man. Comment respect if you believe that a real connection shouldn't depend on the dollar amount. I wanted to say that to you guys because a lot of times relationships have become too hard, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff on my Instagram about don't call me or don't take me out on a date if you can't take me here, and where I better take you on a date and all this kind of stuff. And do y'all know that when those women get taken somewhere, they ain't prepared to be there? Right, guys? Always know you got to pre-qualify your prospects. In business, we know to pre-qualify the prospect. There's a lot of people out on social media doing this stuff for likes and comments that ain't qualified to be in these places. They telling you better bring them. That's why, guys, if you meet somebody who say, well, I don't like coffee. Okay, cool. They sell tea. I don't like tea either. Okay, they sell water. Right? Like they got soda, they got juices, right? Like at the end of the day, guys, a lot of people want to be on social media. And the reason why I say that is because social media is driving a lot of this. Because going on a first date shouldn't mean this much, but unfortunately, here we are, right? So let's jump into how do we communicate these expectations. Y'all know we did the podcast a few weeks ago about the top 5 questions, but I wanted to go into it a little bit more, right? Because this is where most people go wrong. They assume instead of ask, right? Man, it's okay to say, I'd love to take you somewhere casual for our first date. I'm focused on good conversation, not big presentation. And ladies, if a man says that, don't take it as a lack of effort. Take it as a sign that he values authenticity. Because when both of you walk in knowing what the first date is, you're walking in with clarity instead of pressure. Rhonda, what do you think when you hear me make that statement?
No, look, I like that statement. I think it's a lot of false expectations out here because of social media. I think if you out here like doing all this elaborate stuff, and I'm gonna just say this, and put your doggone phone down. Just put your phone down.
Hold on. Rhonda just bought in some. Hold on, Rhonda. So the rule is the phone has to be on do not disturb, or the phone got to be off. Which one?
Ready. It's like just don't. No, you can have it on do not disturb. They may have a mama or somebody they taking care of. I don't know. Or another
Mauricio started clapping on that one.
I did.
Mauricio, if you out with somebody else, girl, she can't have her phone off, dog.
She can. Starts some trouble at home. That starts a fight, and then now she has more time to spend with me. We should be focusing on us.
Yeah, like
everything else doesn't matter.
but yeah. Yeah.
Mauricio, so you agree with that statement too? They walk in with clarity instead of pressure. You agree with that if the expectations we talked about up front?
Yeah, I know a lot of women that feel a type of way before going to a date, and a lot of men that are very nervous who try to compensate with money. But as long as they set expectations right there and they're very direct, it makes it easier for the woman to match where you're at.
Okay. And guys, let me say this to you guys. Thank God, I thank God every day that He led me to a sales career. And I think a lot of problems that people have is they go towards service careers instead of sales. So now there's not one person reaching out to say, let's set the tone for what this is going to be. Because if you got two service related or service oriented people, this is going to be tough to do. This is going to be uncomfortable for somebody who has to take the lead. Okay. So this person, this man you're talking about, has to be somebody who is comfortable taking the lead and putting this work in. Because guys, as a sales rep, the work put in behind the scenes before you get in front of the prospect is more important than being in front of the prospect. Okay. I don't ask questions I don't already know the answer to. And it should be the same way about a first date. Okay. And that's what I think that when what we're trying to tell y'all right now is put in work prior to. No first date should be taken for granted. No first date should be taken for granted because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So every first date should be purposeful. Now, before we get ready to come over to TikTok, because y'all know I'm coming over there. We coming over there for the after party so we can really get into this thing so I can talk about some of the things I want to talk about. The 5% rule is not about the 5% rule is about peace, not pennies. At the end of the day, this isn't about being cheap. It's about being clear. If you spend responsible, communicate honestly, and lead with purpose, you'll attract someone who values you and not your bank account. So next time someone asks what a man should spend on the first date, just tell them enough to show interest, but not enough to buy expectations. And that typically gonna fall within 5% of his income. Why is he not spending more than 5% of his income? Why didn't I say 10%? Because God asked for 10, and neither one of these people are God. Right? We don't want you spending 10%. It's gotta be less than 10%. Because once you start spending more than 5%, this person moves into idol God status. That's why now you got so many expectations that this person cannot meet. One of the biggest issues with the first date is the person who is being taken on the first date does not meet the expectations if the money is higher than her preparation. If the money is higher than her preparation, the date is off. Okay. Now, y'all drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with the 5% rule or think it's too conservative? Right? If you like this message, man, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Share this with a friend who's tired of wasting money and time on dead-end dates, right? Before we get out of here, guys, make sure you look at my book on the Kindle, Ashes Between Us. If you're a cigar smoker and want to know what's happening in the lounge, y'all don't want to miss what I dove into. Rhonda, before we head over here to TikTok for the after party, give me your closing thought.
I actually like the idea of this particular podcast, this subject.
Y'all notice that? She like the idea. She don't like the messenger.
Like, but no, I do like how you put a dollar amount on it, you put a percentage on it. So I think that would help regular people, since we real people having real conversations. I think that'll help them break it down a lot better. Unfortunately, I bet a lot of these folks already with their raggedy person that they with. So I don't know if they reset. Well, because they probably didn't do this. They probably didn't do this on their first date. Like, they probably, may want to go back and change it. Like, and reapply. But maybe people that's already been dating, like, try this on your next date and see what happens with your relationship.
Yeah.
So I do. I think this was a good topic for sure.
Mauricio, what's your final thought? What's your closing thought on this thing before we come over here to TikTok?
Yes, sir. Men, remember that you're the prize. Don't let a lady pressure you into spending more than what you got. You can make good experiences no matter what you have. And and if she's not the one, she has to go. If you pull up her phone on the date, she has to go. So make sure that you're vetting properly, and that way you can have better relationships. Back to you, Jeff.
Man, I appreciate that. Rhonda, y'all know my closing thought. Mauricio, you know my closing thought. Guys, any man that's operating in purpose is going to be operating within a budget. Budget follows purpose. If he has a purpose, he going to follow budgets. And the budget is what allows him to be creative. Let creativity be the foundation for your relationship, not money, because money going to come and go. Money going to have ups and downs. But if you start with creativity, that's what's going to drive that man to keep creativity going. Got to keep creativity going because men thrive off of competition and creativity. If a man doesn't have those two in his life, that man is not ready to be with a woman long term or short term. Creativity and competition. If he feels he needs to do that, that man wakes up every day with a renewed purpose and that kind of thing. Rhonda, before we get out of here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, let them know where they can find you on the socials. TikTok, we coming over here to y'all right now for the after party. Let them know where they can find you on the socials, Rhonda.
On Instagram at RMB and this TikTok over here.
Y'all follow on TikTok too. Mauricio, let them know where they can find you on the socials.
You can find me at Mauricio on TikTok. The AI operators on all platforms.
Man, and y'all know, man, get down in the description. Like, share, comment this live. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We appreciate you. We coming over to TikTok. Y'all make sure y'all join us over on TikTok live for the after party. Get a copy of my book, guys. And until next time, I'm gonna holler.
Heartbeat, smoke it, drink it down. Your voice, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke a swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
All right.